Nothing beats cannon travel, except of course for the fact that you can't look down when you're flying anymore. So, yeah. Welcome back to Secret of Mana, guys. So I was grinding my Salamando magic, right? And I thought, you know, in order to save on fairy walnuts, maybe I should restore some of my magic at the end. And I wasn't thinking, and this happened, and I didn't want to miss the cutscene, so I guess I have to start recording here. So here we go.
What's up?
Just remembering the thrill of being shot straight into the air. I could get used to that.
No, you don't shoot straight into the air until Seiken Densetsu 3, but...
It is fun, huh?
Can we go back to the cannons again tomorrow? Can we?
Sure, if it's on the way.
There's no need to use cannon travel all the time. We should save money when we can.
She's got a point.
Aw, spoil sport. Do you have something against cannons?
No. And I'm definitely not afraid of them, if that's what you mean.
Man, look at the shape of her. Her arms are like on the top fourth of... just never mind.
Oh, prove it. Let's go for a cannon ride tomorrow.
Fine. I'll go anywhere you pick.
Great, it's settled. Something wrong, bro?
What about the money?
My pride is more important than money. What are we waiting for?
Uh-oh. I awoke the witch within.
Will you quit calling me a witch? Let's get some rest.
I wonder if we can get Gemma to pay our way again.
Well, guess not. See, my MP's all the way down to 1. Proof positive that that's what I was doing here. Not that I felt any overwhelming need to prove it, but hey, at least we're up to 19 MP now. Magic grinding becomes so much easier when you actually have the MP to do it without having to stop and refill. You know, every 2 seconds. Because when you're first grinding those spells out at the beginning, you have like 12 or even 10 MP. So it's like, in the cheapest spells, 2 MP. So you cast it 5 times, and then you gotta refill again. Oh, speaking of which, wait a minute. I forgot to restock on walnuts. Okay, I might have mentioned before that Mystic Invasion was my favorite song in this game. Which, I don't know if that's true or not, because I'm always changing my mind about that. Because I've previously cited this song as my favorite song in any video game of all time. We'll see how it sounds here. These don't glow anymore. Well, I guess they do a little bit. Or is that just a cloud passing overhead?
Water! Cure water! Thanks!
That balloon is already helping us, because we didn't upgrade the spear. Yeah, we don't need a sticking level 4 fireball. That was level 1. Maybe it was level 2. But it did 400 damage, I mean that's ridiculous. Let's see if it's level 1 or 2 here. It's not gonna tell me. It's okay. Yeah, with this one, it's hard to tell whether I like the original or the new one better. Well, I'm always probably gonna like the original one better. But it's for the same reason that I like a lot of the original songs better, because they were just more intense. It's like, maybe a song like this doesn't need to be intense, I guess you could argue. But at the same time, I feel like that's part of what made it so special. You know, you come in here and you're scared, you know, and now it just feels like a song playing in a nursery, you know, in a music box by a baby's crib or something. Maybe that's being a little too harsh, I don't know. Blue drops, I always felt like were a little more powerful than was necessary at this point in the game. I mean, their defense is just so ridiculous. Oh, and now he's multiplying. Well, I suppose, I guess if you wanted to, grind your magic here, you know? I like to grind the girl's Salamando magic a lot too, because she has Fire Bouquet, which also does damage. It's one of the very few spells that the girl gets that do damage. Just directly, while most of her spells are more like stat debuffs and things like that. Or obviously healing or buffs for yourself. Let's see what we got here. But Fire Bouquet is actually surprisingly good, and it is also a debuff spell that takes the enemy's attack down, which can be handy. I'm wasting a lot of time in this room. These guys are fun though, I will say, even though I complain about their defense and all. They just look cool, they're fun to hit. Plus we're getting all these status ailments on them, so they pretty much can't do anything. Alright, will this be the finishing blow? Oh, no, I guess that'll be the finishing blow. I like that this still works. Yeah, so here's the thing, sometimes when you walk into a room, if you hold down the sword button, because what you would normally have to do, if you wanted to charge your weapon up, is you would have to swing your weapon first. Shit, oh, yeah, I know. Oops. Oh, now see, this happens a lot too. Let me just finish up what I was saying first. Like, in order to charge your weapon, you would have to swing the sword first. You know, and then wait till it got back to 100%, and then wait for it to start charging. But, in the original, and you could do this in the original too, if you walked through a door and started holding the button then, you could skip the part where you had to... Oh, because I'm out of magic, duh. You know, you could skip that first swing and waiting for it to charge up to 100%, it would just start charging right when you entered the room. And that was always pretty handy, so it's good to know that still works here. Oh man, I hate being snowman, it's just so annoying. All it really is a time waster more than anything. Oh my god, quit doing that. That happens so much more often in this one than it does in the original. Because I guess the trigger for you leaving the room is out a little further than it was before. And that train just wants to be so loud again today, doesn't it? They sure have been out in force lately. We're gonna get through this room. But yeah, you know what I was saying before about how dungeons are usually, like, rather than like a cohesive unit, they're more like a series of smaller rooms. And this dungeon especially, despite the great music, is probably the biggest example of, well, why can't I target this thing? I have no idea why I can't target him. I mean, I am targeting him, and it just isn't showing the cursor. Yeah, I've noticed that too, like sometimes the cursors seem a little glitchy or out of place. Like on the mountain when you come out of, say, Jock's room, and there's the 3 cockatrices at the top of the mountain. When you go to target them, the cursor doesn't, like, it isn't on them, or something. It's kind of hard to know how to word that. Might as well kill these ghosts, get them in our bestiary here. Not that I'm, like, going for 100% on that, I don't really know. I guess I should. This is gonna be a pretty short LP as it is. I haven't really looked at it lately. Yeah, there's gonna be a few holes in my bestiary because there's gonna be desert monsters here. But, yeah, there's the Howler, Blustergas, the freaking Tornado, or the Turtles, and inside here we got Blue Drops and Specters. Stats ailments definitely help though. Let's skip over to the other side here. Try and make some progress here. Wait a minute, what? How in the world? I just healed. Seriously. If I didn't know better, I would think there were enemies that had instant death attacks in this. I don't know if there actually are, because there weren't before. But sometimes you die so fast and I have no idea why. It might just be a thing, I don't know. Let's get these ghosts here. Their weakness is something we don't really have yet. Well, here's another new enemy. It's the floating eye or something. Weepy eye. There we go. And, well, that one was easy, but that doesn't mean they always will be. Wow. I like how the books look on the inside. They definitely did something with those. This room was always a little confusing too, because you couldn't always tell where you can go down here. I mean, you can't tell just by looking, I know, but trying to find a way to say that without being like, oh, hey, I know because I'm so smart. Ooh, let's go get that. That's just chocolate. What I should probably do, I guess, is maybe just, you know... I never used this spell in the original because I never really noticed that much of a difference, but hey, you know, I don't know. Maybe we can do it here. So I can get this out of here. So Fireball's actually level 3 now. I didn't realize it was that high. I didn't think I was using it that much. Okay, nice. Petrification isn't nearly as bad in this game as it was in the original. Eventually it just wears off. In the original it could like insta-kill you sometimes. Speaking of insta-kills, I was just talking about that, like, oh, that wasn't in the original, but I guess it was. Petrification. This cockatrice could do it to you too. Of course, that's nothing new. Anyone who's played Final Fantasy knows they can do that. Bam. Karate slap you old butt. I'd kind of like to see some of the charge moves for the gloves, too. Charge moves for the gloves, not charge moved. There's a difference between future and past tense here. Let me just try it. I don't know what level I've got these things up to yet. At least level 2. Oop. Not bad. Man, there's nothing worse than when you're in the middle of a charge attack and they decide to cast a spell on you. It just cuts you short and freezes you. Alright, whatever, let's just skip you. Whatever. Oh, I should have healed before I did that. Oh. But if there's any credence to my theory about, oh, it's not the bosses that kill you, it's everything else. Okay, we'll be fine. These guys won't do anything. I should put the cure water back on L1, I guess, but I like having Fire Bouquet there so I can do this. This is really the only area where I would do this. Pretty much everything's weak to fire around here. It's gonna use a lot of magic here, but oh well. We need to level it up anyway. Why can't I? Oh, she's out of magic. My bad. Go you back up here? Nope, just in time, too. I got myself eaten. Why don't I stick it to you? Whoops, why am I doing that when I can just do this? It's like a weird psychological thing. I think, oh, I'm controlling the character now, so my controls for using their spells is different. Which normally is true, but when something's on a hotkey, it doesn't matter if you're controlling that character, you can still do it the same way. Same way as you did before. Yeah, these guys are not hitting us at all. This is exactly what I mean, though. The bosses, you know, are just basically nothing when everybody else is... Well, now we're all inside of tummies. You, do that for you. It's better to take these guys out one at a time, because otherwise... Ugh. But I just thought maybe I could come in here with my magic and clean house. Apparently not. Okay, that's one. Just use any cure water yet. Oh, well, speaking of the devil. Oh, I'm floating in the air. I was on my way to your mouth. That time, my spell cut you short. Wow, why am I so weak? Spear does really do... Maybe I just wasn't at 100% there. Yeah, I was gonna say. Alright, stay on one enemy here. Okay, there we go. Nope. You're not getting away that easy. Whew. Okay, do we need any healing? Of course not. I could use a fairy walnut, though. How many of those do I have left? I have 2. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, let's move along. Fortunately, I believe there's only 1 or 2 rooms left between here and... What is that over there? Oh, that's... My bad. It's the rest of the room. Somebody's gonna need the whip here. I'm not gonna wait for you guys to catch up. I'll just use the whip myself. One more time. I like the green torches on the walls back there. Nice little touch. Those were probably there in the original too. I guess I don't remember every single detail about the original. So it looks like the Weepy Eye was indeed one of the enemies we were missing here. We're still missing one here though. And apparently one there. That's weird. I'll have to look around here more. Because I don't see any bosses in that list, because normally I would think, oh, well, the boss is maybe the one that you're missing. But no. It's just something I never defeated. I'm pretty sure you have to defeat it to add it to the list. I might have just ran past something. Oh, that's one way to grind there, I suppose. Go in and out of that room. Say what? No.
Foolish children! You must be taught a lesson! Come!
Oh, there we go. First of what will no doubt be many. Actually, this is the second of many. And by many, I only mean 3. Alright, whatever. Let's just finish you up. Fire case at level 1. Fireball. Oh, wow. Very nice. So I guess that didn't bite me in the ass nearly as hard as I thought it would. You know, accidentally triggering that cutscene in the end so that I couldn't grind the rest of my magic. Or whatever I did grind, I would have had to do it on screen. No, I wasn't too worried about it. Holy crap. Wow. Yep. Kids definitely don't believe in you anymore, do they? That was basically 2 casts of fire/fire bouquet. All that took. And they weren't even leveled up all the way. Wow. Well, Fireball was. I keep forgetting I'm not at level 4 yet. Usually go to the desert first. Well, even if you go to the desert first, you still wouldn't be level 4 at this point, though.
What are you?
Master! Master Claus! Are you alright?
Oh, Rudolph. Sorry to have worried you. I'm fine now.
Yep.
It was me. I became a Frost Gigas. Lately, the little kids no longer believe in me. It's the fading mana. Without it, children will continue to lose their fanciful hopes.
Well, I sure hate to see what would happen if it disappeared altogether. Oops.
I wanted to bring back their innocent dreams, no matter what the cost. Then I heard that mana trees grow at an alarmingly fast rate. I set off to find a mana seed, thinking I could grow a huge mana Christmas tree in no time. But the mana power in the seed was too much for my body to handle. It turned me into that monster.
How many times can we say the word mana in 10 seconds?
One must take care never to abuse mana, or else they'll face the consequences. I apologize for all the fuss. Here, you need this fire seed, correct?
Recovered the fire seed with the second, or with the third E in recovered actually put back in, so good. Because normally if you went to the desert first, you'd find out the fire seed was missing. You'd go all the way to the temple, you'd see it wasn't there, and then you'd have to come here to recover it. So, fortunately, yeah, 9, 17, and 44. I really don't know why there's such a huge difference in the damage we're taking, but I thought that kind of worked itself out later, but once again, it's just certain enemies, I don't know. So I'll do the same thing against these 3 enemies here. Fireball, well actually, I mean, I did it against those salamander things that were eating us, and I had to do it like 5 times to beat them. I had to do it twice to beat Santa Claus. But part of the reason for that, though, and, well, this is no big secret or anything, but when you cast monsters, or when you cast magic on multiple enemies, there's a huge penalty for it. Like, if you cast something on one monster and it does 400 damage, you cast that same spell on 3 of that monster, it's not going to do 400 divided by 3, it's going to do 1. Sometimes. I mean, it doesn't seem as bad when you cast it on 2, but when you cast it on 3, there is definitely a difference. I don't know why I'm suddenly using the whip here. Needed it for that one little part of the Ice Palace, and I'm still using it. I actually don't know why I'm headed to Nico at all. I want to head to his ass. What am I doing there? Yeah, what we're probably going to do here is just head right back to the village. Oh, I know something hit me there. After I got into town.
What sort of place is Sprite Village?
It's great. I mean, I only just got my memory back, but I'm pretty sure it's great.
You'll be home before you know it. Just a little farther.
Yeah, see how behind we are? Some of these are kind of weird. I feel like I should have seen this one by now. I don't know.
You always know what to say, bro. Thanks. Both of you.
You're not usually so sincere.
It's like seeing snow in the summer.
There's snow year-round in the forest near my home, you know?
Don't be so pedantic.
So what's gonna happen once we arrive? Are you planning on leaving the group?
It'll be a lot quieter around here.
I don't know. As your boss, I'm not sure if you'll be okay without me to look after you.
Thanks for your concern.
We can always decide once we get there. First things first, we need to keep going.
Yeah, I hope everyone at home is okay.
I'm sure they're fine.
Definitely.
Thanks, guys. I mean it.